how much does a 10-year experienced tech learn from the certification training? Honestly, a 10-year tech really doesn't learn that much more from a certification training program, but usually it is all continued education type of stuff. So like if you've really been turning wrenches professionally for 10 years, you should have a pretty good handle on most of everything that's going on in the industry and with the products that you handle on the day to day. But that's why they have continued education courses to learn the new stuff. So like what's coming out next, what's coming down the road, what new features things have, new rigging components, just new stuff, whatever the brand that you work on. When they come out with new stuff, there'll be a continued education course that you will learn the new stuff coming out to kind of like get you ahead of the curve of, getting your hands on the product and then having to figure it out as you're working on it, opposed to, oh, I kind of see, this new engine model is out and it works this way and it's got these features, and you kind of got a handle of what's going on with that product before you have to start figuring out problems with that product that happen to whoever owns it on the day to day. So I think that's more like what you're going to learn from those courses. As far as, how much does a 10-year experienced tech learn from the certification training? That's what they really learn. It's not like they're learning anything new, because once you've been working on engines for 10 years, you should have a gist of what's going on with it. Now, a big problem, here's the next thing he's talking about. In these times, a big problem are businesses relying on high rates, overselling the competence of the techs coming in and out of on a revolving door. That is so true. I think that is in every trade though. For the past like 10 years, you've seen a massive decline in the abilities and the, let's say, professionalism of a lot of the skilled industries, from the plumbers, the electricians, the carpenters, the framers, just all these different industries. There has been massive turnover. In every industry, in the accountants industry, the lawyers industry, like it's a very big problem. I don't know. There's not really any way to combat that, because a business is a business. If there's one person doing the job, then that's not really a business. So if you go to Tom's handyman service or Tom the mechanic at Billy Bob's outboard repair center, well, Billy Bob's the one working on your engine, but that's not really a business. Whenever you go to a marina or a business where they've got 3, 4, 5 technicians, that is going to be a problem, because there's no way. Some night, you go through maybe 20 techs to get 2 or 3 good ones. And then once you get a good one, then they try and hold on to them. But like you're saying, it's a problem, and they are coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And the competency of them aren't as good as it used to be for whatever reason. I think it all depends on your region and what's available. Cost of living in a lot of areas has been a problem, but this is an economic discussion, not really, an outboard mechanic or boat discussion. That's a larger deal to be talking about, because the business isn't going to lower their prices. They're not going to just be like, oh, now my techs aren't as good as they used to be, so I'm going to go from charging $150 an hour to charging $100 an hour because my techs aren't as good. That just won't work, because they've got all kinds of operating expenses to run the business, from the insurance to the liability stuff, to the tools, to the training, to the equipment, to the parts, to the dealership requirements, to the electricity, the water, the facility, the real estate taxes. All the operating expenses of a business, those aren't going to go away just because the competency of the techs isn't as it was. So you're talking about a big problem that's all over the place, not just for, the boating industry. So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, you can see another one over here or watch the full episode over here.